Thank you for joining us today in our Federal Government Contractors Specialty Webinar Series. We're coming to you live from Washington, D.C. today. First, a little bit about us. We provide consulting services for established U.S. federal government contractors. You can learn more about these services on our website. We have been curating and producing complimentary webinars since 2009 and have amassed a library on YouTube of over 500 videos. The topics range from marketing and business development, best practices, to the rules and regulations under the FAR, and also business playbooks for each federal department. Our YouTube channel is the main repository for housing our webinars, so please follow the channel to get alerts of new uploads on federal contracting topics. And because we reach such a vast audience of federal contractors, we offer opportunities to advertise and promote your business, and you can see the depth of our reach in our various outlets. So please join us for our specialty webinar series covering executive orders, House and Senate committees, and how they impact federal contractors. These will be complimentary webinars and also recorded. The registration links are within the slides and they'll be sent out to you today after the webinar. This is part of the series that we're currently presenting. So these will occur for the next 3 weeks. We've also added a new procurement playbook webinar on doing business with NSA. This will be a live webinar only and not recorded, and the slides won't be available after the webinar, so you don't want to miss this opportunity to participate. And our government speaker will be taking audience questions during the webinar, so we really hope that you can join us. And then lastly, please note that this fall, we will be starting a new webinar series covering subcontracting opportunities in different government departments. These webinars will be on Wednesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern, and they begin September 7th with the Department of Agriculture. You can find the registration links and full schedule on our website under the Subcontracting tab. All right, so welcome everyone again to Federal Government Contractors Specialty Webinar Series. And today's topic is what is SCORE and how they help government contractors. So let's meet our speaker today. We want to thank our speaker, Rebecca Esparza, for joining us today and taking time to prepare slides for the presentation. Rebecca, welcome to the program. I'll mute myself now and just let me know when you're ready for the next slide. Take it away.
All right, thank you so much for the invitation and allowing us to participate in today's webinar and let everybody know about the amazing services that SCORE can provide as a whole. And next slide, please. So here's an overview of what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about what is SCORE. I know that there's probably some folks out there that have never heard of what SCORE is. So we're going to talk about what SCORE is and how we help small businesses, and what makes SCORE a great success, and the types of businesses that we help and the types of services that we offer. Next slide. So SCORE mentors from across the country help small businesses achieve starting, growing, and thriving with their small business. And they achieve this not only through mentorship, but also our different educational offerings that we offer not only at the national level, but the local level. So SCORE is a nonprofit association, and our headquarters are based in Herndon, Virginia. And we are funded, we are actual line item in the budget, and we're funded by the U.S. Small Business Administration. Next slide, please. So there are over 250 chapters of SCORE, and including in that 40 different districts across the United States, and we even have a SCORE chapter in Puerto Rico. So chances are you have a SCORE, if not in your city, in an area located near you. And so SCORE is comprised of volunteers. These are folks that donate their time to the small business community because they want to help small businesses in their community grow and thrive. So not only do we help small businesses, but we also assist nonprofits too. So we get a lot of requests from nonprofits asking how does somebody start a nonprofit? What is the process? How do I become a 501c3? That type of thing. So even if you are on the board of a nonprofit and maybe you were directly impacted by COVID, SCORE can assist nonprofits as well. So SCORE has been in existence for over 50 years, and ever since our inception, our volunteers have donated over 1.2 million hours of mentoring. So that's a lot of mentoring, and our volunteers are extremely passionate about what they do. They've been there, done that. Most of them are, a good half of them nowadays are retired, and the other half are still either consulting or they still work at a company or still own their own business. But more than likely our volunteers have had their own business, like the SCORE chapter that I represent, SCORE Corpus Christi, down in South Texas. We have about 22 SCORE mentors, and our mentors in the Corpus Christi area have a variety of areas of expertise. Like we have some certified public accountants. We have the former branch manager of the SBA, the Small Business Administration in Corpus Christi. She's our chapter chair. Her name is Debbie Fernandez, and she knows SBA inside and out because, again, she was with the SBA for over 20 years, and now she's a SCORE mentor since she retired. So there's a variety of areas of expertise that our mentors have, and sometimes when somebody has contacted us for mentoring, like for example, just about 3 or 4 months ago, somebody contacted us asking about hydroponics expertise. And we did not have anybody in our chapter that had hydroponics expertise, but we got them started with their business plan, and then we contacted our SCORE chapter in Arizona that had somebody that currently owns a hydroponics business. So we were able to assist them in starting off with their business plan, and then hand it over to another SCORE mentor in Arizona with that area of expertise in that specific industry. So with over 11,000 volunteers across the United States, more than likely we have a volunteer that has your specific area that you were looking for or that you want to start your business in. Next slide, please. So our volunteers work diligently with small business owners, and not only with the idea creation phase of starting a business. We've visited with people that still work full-time for another company and are looking at starting a business, but they don't know what type of business they want to start. They just know that they are tired of working for somebody else and they want to start their own business so they can start the entrepreneurship process. So again, getting an idea off the ground, getting that, getting your business plan out of your head and on paper, initiating that business plan, getting things moving with the business plan, and actually getting up and running. We serve over 1,000 local communities across the United States, and every year we average about 55,000 new small businesses created because of SCORE's assistance. Next slide, please. So according to the U.S. Small Business Administration, again, our resource partner, small business is defined as under 500 employees for manufacturing or mining industries, and less than 7.5 million in average receipts for non-manufacturing industries. However, most of the small businesses we assist have fewer than 3 employees and have revenues of less than $400,000 a year. So again, those are just the specs that the U.S. Small Business Administration goes by as far as the definition of a small business. Some people have different perceptions of what a small business is, but for the purposes of what we offer, Most of the time, I'd say like 95% of the businesses that we assist have fewer than 3 employees and have revenues of less than $400,000 a year. But this all points to the fact that small businesses are the backbone of the U.S. economy, and the U.S. Small Business Administration had some great foresight in realizing this 50 years ago when they decided to start SCORE to assist small businesses. And it's an amazing resource, and it's at no cost to you. So there's no cost at all to any of the services that SCORE provides. From time to time, some of our chapters do charge for some of the events, just because it costs a lot of money to put on events, and we are a nonprofit agency. So we do have to sometimes collect money for in-person events, you know, if there's lunch being involved, you know, the venue fees and things like that. But I would say 90% of the time, you know, there is no cost for the services at SCORE. There's definitely no cost for meeting with a mentor. Meeting with a mentor is always 100% free to meet with a mentor one-on-one, and you can meet with us virtually, in person, email, by phone, whatever is most convenient for you. If there's anything that we learned during the last 2 years with the pandemic, is that things don't totally shut down. We were able to pivot to virtual pretty quickly, and most of our mentors were very accessible through those online avenues as opposed to meeting in person. That being said, we are getting back to meeting in person, so we can also do that. That's on a case-by-case basis and chapter by chapter. They're deciding whether to go in person or virtual for their mentoring. Next slide, please. So one of the things that sets us apart is the relationships that we build with our clients. And the goal for our clients, for us as mentors, is to be there for our clients throughout the life of their business. So from idea formation, during the process of starting a business, and beyond, even to the point where someday, 20 years down the road, you want to close the business out, hand it over to your successors or your heirs, or however you want to hand things over, hand the reins over to somebody else. The idea is that you stick with SCORE throughout the life of your business. So many of our client relationships involve many different mentors who may not even live in the same city. That example that I gave earlier, where they came to us, and this client came to us, I believe, from somewhere in the Midwest. And again, we're in South Texas. We're in Corpus Christi, about 3.5, 4 hours south of Houston. And this client came to us through an online search, and they wanted to visit with one of our mentors that they found on our website. And despite the fact that we don't have a hydroponics expert, they liked the fact that they had government contracting experience. So we connected that client with that mentor, and then from there, we found a mentor that had that specific area of expertise. So we can do that for any area of expertise. So just because you're calling or wanting to meet with us and you're based in Rhode Island doesn't mean that we can't help you with your business plan and then find somebody in your local area at your local chapter to assist you, or somebody in Florida that has your specific type of business and that is a SCORE volunteer and would be ready and willing to help. So businesses, again, the backbone of our economy, and SCORE is proud to play a role in our client success. Next slide, please. So that being said about SCORE, we're always looking for new volunteers. So if you know of anybody that has some extra time and some talent and expertise to help others grow and start their small business, we're always looking for new volunteers. Without volunteers, SCORE can't exist. So if you think you know somebody that'd like to volunteer that has 10, 20, 30 years of business experience, and that they want to help somebody just starting out, and this is something that they can really be passionate about, I advise that you reach out to your local chapter. Even if you live somewhere else, you could still be a volunteer for the SCORE Corpus Christi chapter. We have one of our volunteers that actually is based in the Northeast, and she wanted to specifically join our chapter because she has a summer home in a small town near Corpus Christi called Rockport. So, but she wanted to join our chapter. So even though she doesn't live full time in our area, she still wants to volunteer for our specific chapter. So you can pick whatever chapter you want. You don't even have to volunteer for the chapter that you live nearest to. So if you know of anybody, or if you yourself are interested, again, we are always looking for new volunteers. Specifically, if you have that government contractor experience and you're wanting to help somebody just starting out, especially considering how intricate and how detailed the government contractor arena can be. If you have that area of expertise, we're always looking for somebody that can give freely of their time and their expertise to help others just starting out. The next slide, please. So again, we provide at SCORE, we provide no cost confidential business mentoring to start and grow your small business. And we offer that by one-on-one mentoring via email, by telephone, online. And then we also offer a plethora of webinars online. Our SCORE chapter, we usually do about 4 to 5 webinars a month, in all areas of expertise, such as how to build a website, how to connect on social media, how to increase your reach, how to get found online, accounting issues, QuickBooks. We partner together with our local Small Business Development Center in Corpus Christi. It's the Del Mar College Small Business Development Center, and we partner together on a lot of different webinars, about how to generally start your business, how to write a business plan, things like that. And then also on our parent website, that's score.org, you can go to that website and access a ton of different free tools and templates. Say you're stuck at your business plan and you don't know specifically what is required in a business plan. You could go to our website and download that business plan template and just kind of fill in the blanks. And that really helps you connect with your mentor and have your mentor really understand where you want to go with your business. Where do you see yourself in 3 years? What's your 5-year plan? How are you going to access capital? All these very, very important questions that you need to understand and know before you really get started with going forward with your small business. And especially if you're going to access capital, the banks want you to work with someone like SCORE to help you with that business plan and really understand, so they could understand where you're going to get your money and where you see your projections being and how likely is it that they're going to recoup their investment in you. So starting off with SCORE is a really good sign for all these bankers that are looking at your business plan. When you let them know that you've met with a SCORE mentor, it helps add a little bit more of a serious tone. They stand up and take notice when they hear SCORE. Most of these lenders know about SCORE and they know about the services that we provide, and it just shows that that you have some skin in the game, that you can prove that that you are there to start your business and you're serious about what you're about to undertake. So our website again, that's corpuschristi.score.org. And you can always email us at corpuschristi@scorevolunteer.org if you have specific questions, if you'd like to meet with us. Again, if you email us at corpuschristi@scorevolunteer.org and request to be added to our email list, you'll get emails about the different webinars that we offer, as well as the courses on demand that are available on score.org. And so I highly recommend that you do that and keep in touch that way. Next slide, please. And that about wraps it up. Again, we are here to help small businesses grow and thrive. And we really appreciate the opportunity to let everyone know about the services that we provide at SCORE, and not only SCORE National, but our specific chapter down in Corpus Christi, Texas. And we really appreciate this opportunity to let people know about what we do.
Thank you so much, Rebecca, for such a great overview and presentation. And we really enjoyed having you with us today. So if anyone has questions for Rebecca, her contact information is there on the screen. So I'll just leave that up for another second. And thank you again to everyone who participated. As mentioned before, today's webinar was recorded, so you can find the recording on our YouTube channel, website, Gov events, and more. About 24 hours after today's webinar, you'll also receive an email with the recording and slides from today. So this concludes our webinar. Thank you again, Rebecca. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.